The pride of emptiness is an abomination, and to talk much is the foolishness of folly. Nevertheless, it is the part of wisdom to hear with patience their impertinence, and to pity their absurdity. Chapter 26, Holy Instructions of Unity, verse 4, from the Holy Quran of the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, divinely prepared by the noble prophet, Drew Ali. Peace. I'm Rami Salam El, and I thank you for joining us. Today we're going to be correcting the misunderstandings of a brother by the name of Bashir. Let's not do too much talking, let's get right into it.
Brothers, are the teachings of Noble Drew Ali right and exact? Can the Moorish Science Temple of America save our people?
Of course not.
Wow.
Of course not.
Man.
Can they help us understand some things? Yes. Because honestly, I don't believe that Noble Drew Ali actually came with something that was so profound that it was just going to enlighten all the people.
You better be.
So first you say that Noble Drew Ali did not come with something so profound that it could save and enlighten all the people. You say that the organization, of course not. You proudly proclaim, of course not. It's not right and exact, and it's not what's going to be able to save our people. You play around, you say Islam or whatever the case. But if we listen closely, we hear the truth creep right up out of your mouth.
That's just what it is, you know, because Noble Drew Ali, he taught a lot of, I don't really know what he taught.
There it is. You see? The truth of the matter is, you, Bashir, don't know what Noble Drew Ali taught. You are ignorant. And it's a shame that in your ignorance, you would so proudly try to dismiss what a universal prophet brought, not only for the Moorish Americans, the so-called blacks, people of color, African Americans here in North America, but for the people around the world. It's very shameful that you would just try to dismiss that without even knowing the teachings. It's a lot like when people try to dismiss the Quran and the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, without knowing what the Quran is teaching or knowing what Prophet Muhammad taught. You see the hypocrisy in what you're saying and what you're doing? Think about it. Let me read something to you from the Holy Quran, brought by Noble Drew Ali, that is. This is once again chapter 26, line 3. True wisdom is less presuming than folly. These wise men doubt often, and changeth his mind. The fool is obstinate, and doubteth not. He knoweth all things, but his own ignorance. Bashir. Let's go to the next clip.
Mufti Muhammad Sadiq, right, from the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Pay attention. This is going to show you a couple of things. They got this up here, the paperback, for $13.78. But let me show you how much hypocrites we are. See, this is our problem. Our problem is not that we are inside these religious books. That's not our problem. Has never been a problem. We always had a connection with something. In my opinion, we could debate that all day. But our problem is ignorance, and we not really living the books, and we don't know what the books and the scripture is really trying to tell us. That's why we in this spooky mindset. But nevertheless, look at this. The genealogy of Jesus was 18 years of the event, life, works, and teachings in India, Europe, and Africa, right? So he goes on. I'm gonna get to the good stuff real quick. He says the lessons of this pamphlet are not for sale. I found that interesting when I was looking on this, because this is on Amazon, and a Moor put it up there. I ain't gonna name the Moor that put it up there, but he put it up there for $13.78, and inside the text it said the lessons of this pamphlets are not for sale.
If you haven't noticed by now, I have a big issue when it comes to those claiming to be teachers or leaders, revolutionaries, etc., misleading the people. And that's what you're trying to do, Bashir. So let's go back and let's read the intro fully. And let's see what parts you conveniently missed. The genealogy of Jesus with 18 years of the events, life, works, and teachings in India, Europe, and Africa. These events occurred before he was 30 years of age. These secret lessons are for all of those who love Jesus and desire to know about his life, works, and teachings. Pay attention, Bashir. Dear readers, do not falsely use these lessons. They are for good, peace, and happiness for all those that love Jesus. Dear mothers, teach these lessons to your little ones, that they may learn to love instead of hate. Dear fathers, by these lessons you can set your house in order, and your children will love to learn instead of hate. The lessons of the pamphlet are not for sale, but for the sake of humanity, as I am a prophet and the servant is worthy of his hire. You can receive this pamphlet at expense. Funny you left that part out. I'm going to read that sentence one more time just in case you didn't catch it. Bashir. The lessons of this pamphlet are not for sale, but for the sake of humanity, as I am a prophet and the servant is worthy of his hire. You can receive this pamphlet at expense. Understand? Let's continue.
He says here, let's just go down here. He says the reason these lessons have not been known, listen, the reasons these lessons have not been known is because the Muslims of what? India. Where is Mirza Ghulam Ahmad from? Qadian, India, right? The Muslims of India, Egypt, and Palestine had these secrets and kept them from the outside world. And when the time appointed by Allah, they loosened the keys and freed these secrets. And for the first time in ages have these secrets been delivered in the hands of the Muslims of what? America. Of what? America. Right? So this means that this information that was brought to the hands of the Muslims came from these Indians, these Egyptians, and Palestinian types.
In your arrogance and your ignorance, Bashir, I don't think you understand that you are actually helping to prove that the Prophet is universal. You see, the Prophet came to the Muslims of America, North America, the so-called black people, African Americans, because we needed him most. But Drew Ali, or Sharif Abdul Ali, is a universal prophet, and his teachings are universal. In fact, if you look on the back of the Holy Quran, that last line there says the uniting of Asia. Now, this isn't just speaking to the continent, because at one time, what we call the earth was known as Asia. So this movement is for the uniting of the world. Everyone on Asia, the planet. Shout out to Planet Asia, by the way. This is not some my prophet is better than your prophet movement, Bashir. This is not a debate like Sarnetta tries to instigate and push forth. In fact, the last line of the Holy Quran in the Moorish Holy Temple of Science says that we honor all true and divine prophets. And our nationality card specifically mentions Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Jesus, or Yahshua, or Isa in the Quran of the East, that is, Confucius, and Buddha, and Ali. But all prophets. This is not about we got the answers and you don't have the answers. This is about understanding that we're all one, that we need to come together in love instead of hate. Do you understand, Bashir? Let's continue.
But however, there is a problem on the other side.
What's up?
Now, the side that, how can we go with the plan of the damn devil? Now listen to me out for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right? So when he make his treaties, when he make his, wait, hold on, just let me generalize and then you can
be specific. No, be specific.
with the Native Americans,
no,
the 40 acres,
listen.
Hold up, Ty.
No,
I'm not even being that deep.
Hold on.
You can answer it, brother. Wait.
I'm going to answer it. Let's qualify.
Go ahead.
Because what I don't do, This is what I don't do. I don't entertain conjecture. I don't entertain spurious questions or statements.
Okay.
Meaning that
Wait a minute, that's what I'm talking about.
No.
Because for you to say it's conjecture.
If you're going to talk about treaties,
if you want to say it's conjecture,
name the treaty.
We ain't got to name no treaties. We know the damn cracker. Wait, we know the damn.
You just don't know when to quit, do you, Bashir? Before continuing, let me read something real quick. Conjecture. This is coming from the Oxford American Dictionary, just so we have a clear understanding. Conjecture. An opinion or conclusion formed on the basis of incomplete information. I read that because in the clip you're about to see, you'll see Bashir speaking about treaties and mentioning the 40 acres and the mule being one of the treaties that was broken by the so-called devil, which he's really trying to attribute to the European. But in the Quran, it actually teaches that the devil is our lower self. The only devil you need to defeat is your lower self. But never mind that for a moment. Let's listen to what Bashir says, and then I'll come back with some complete information, leaving out the conjecture.
So how the hell we gonna sit here and talk about when you say treaties, now we gotta be specific? The damn devil always operated like that. He colonized the whole planet. Hold up, he colonized the whole damn planet, and now we still talking about name a specific treaty. The hell with all his treaties. What I'm telling you is that I don't say that we cannot, hold up, I don't say that we cannot, I cannot say,
Just one treaty.
I already said it. They broke the treaty when we were supposed to give 40 acres of the mule. Isn't this correct?
Bashir was trying to refer to 40 acres and a mule as being a treaty. But if you actually look it up and research it for yourself, don't believe me, you will see that it's referred to as the Sherman Field Order number 15, a military order from a Union general, not a treaty, because a treaty is an agreement, a lawful agreement between two nations. And this is precisely the reason Taj, and why we as a people need to stop dealing with conjecture or incomplete information, Bashir, because it doesn't get us anywhere. And just for the record, if you look in the Holy Quran or the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, it speaks to who the devil is, and it explains that the devil is our lower self. Don't believe me? Look it up for yourself. And with that, I want to read a small excerpt from the Quran, prepared or brought with Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Chapter 10, verse 37. Most of them follow nothing but conjecture, and surely conjecture avails nothing in place of truth. Allah is well aware of what they do. I hope you got the message. Peace and love.